Okay, what we're going to do now is to imagine that you are producing a podcast. For your podcast, you will probably need background music. While you are speaking, some music will be playing in the background. So this is what we're going to do, and this is how you do it in Audacity. First, let's upload the music file. So go to the File menu, find Import Audio, and then locate the file that contains the music you want to use. Let's use this file in my example. After a couple of seconds, you will see the tracks on the main screen. There you go. Roughly 1 minute. Okay, now let's suppose that you are recording your voice, and after a brief silence, you start speaking while the music is playing in the background. Click on record, and this is how it would go. Hello everybody, this is an example of how to record music and audio in Audacity. Thank you. Okay, there you go. So now you can see tracks for the music and tracks for the audio. All right, of course, as I told you in the previous episode of the tutorial, you can edit the music. Yeah, so what you can do is use the select cursor and simply delete the music that you won't be using, like right up to there. Use the delete button. Okay, there you go. So more or less they are just about the same length. Okay, if you play the file right now, you will hear both the music and your voice, yeah, overlapping sometimes and running one on the other. Right, let's see if we can hear this. Okay, now the music here is exactly the same volume as the voice. So sometimes depending on the music that you use, maybe your voice will be drowned down. So what we can do is use a special effect that you can find here in the effect menu, which is called Auto Duck. Now what Auto Duck does is to reduce the volume of the music when in the presence of voice. Right. In order to use it, what we need to do is double click first on the audio track, and then go to Effect and Auto Duck. Here you can see in this graph that indicates the level of volume for the music. Of course, you can manipulate this to sound a little lower or a little higher, and you can always make changes, right? There you go. So we're just gonna leave it up to there. And then you go to accept. Yeah, the program will start processing it. And notice how the lines here in the first two tracks, they change a little bit after the processing. Okay, this is how it looks once the program has finished processing the sound, the music, using AutoDock. So this is more or less how it would sound. As you notice, when I am speaking in this file, the music goes a little down, so you can hear my voice clearly. And when there are silences, the music goes up. This is a very useful effect when you are using your podcast, when you're producing your podcasts. Okay, the last thing to do is to export the file. So this is what we're going to do. Go to File and then Export. Yeah, here you will notice that the extension is by default mp3 because we have already installed lame. And then you can change the name of your file. Let's say test1, for example, and then click on save. Here you can add information regarding the mp3 file, such as the name of the artist. So we just write something, then the name of the track, test1, and then you can fill in the rest of the information if you want. Okay, and we'll just click on next. There you go. Okay, if we go to the desktop, we will see our file there. Here in the desktop, we have our test1 file. Yeah, if you right click on it to see the properties, we will just check that it's the correct extension. Okay, if we go to properties, okay, there we go. And here you can see that the type of file is an mp3. All right, so now it's ready. Imagine this is your podcast and it's ready. Now what we need to do is to upload it someplace so that people can start enjoying what you have prepared for them.